Good morning, boys. We are about to take a long trip for one of the rarest figs I've ever seen. Hopefully it all goes well and let's get on the road. This was actually the first road trip that we've took in a long time that I didn't have to drive, so this felt like it flew by. I got to enjoy the scenery, get some good clips of the views, and I hope you guys enjoy them. All right, boys, we are a few minutes away. We're super excited, super nervous. Let's do this thing. One of the nicest views from the entire trip was just barely on the way to the meetup, which was awesome, and we are about to be there.
So he reviewed toys. So this was actually his, that's like in the magazine. So that's in there.
He's amazing.
Oh yeah, there's a letter from the dude to the guy I bought it from.
Okay.
So that like confirms like, I mean it was all in the shit on eBay.
Wow, all the authenticity,
Yeah.
certificates, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
It's all in there.
I was so excited after getting it paid for. I had to get a few pictures, but then it was back to getting on the road to get home. The views and the scenery from this trip were awesome, and before we stopped home, you know we had to get some food. We passed by a Shake Shack, got a bacon cheeseburger, bacon cheese fries, and a vanilla milkshake. A little bit left, and then we can go inspect this fig.
My name is David Antonelli. I am an admin of Facebook group Hasbros, 6,800 strong. We've been at it for about 6 years now. I obtained that Bret Hart originally from Mr. Leonard Lee, who was the author, editor of Lee's Toy Review magazine in the 90s, the biggest toy review magazine in the 90s. And he gave me a little backstory about the figure. He said he had a deal set up with Hasbro, and the deal was that he would put their figures in his magazine, feature them in exchange for the figures. There wasn't like a cash deal they had set up. They'd just send him stuff. He'd put it in the magazine. You know, he'd get content. They'd get exposure. Kind of a win-win. So they sent him the 3 loose MailAways and said, you know, we're going to do a MailAway line. These are the 3 figures in it. Feature them in the magazine, please. It was the Bret, the one that Mr. Maxwell has with the black star and then the miscolored bands on the arm. The Taker, which we know as the one today, as well as the Hogan. Those didn't change. But Hasbro, you know, as they got farther along at the series, we all know they got kind of cheap and chintzy, and they started repainting stuff and reusing parts, and they pulled the plug on that Bret with the black star and the mismatched armbands, and they're like, we're going to use whatever we have left of Series 4 stock of the Purple Heart. So that Bret got scrapped, the one that Mr. Maxwell now owns, and they distributed old Purple Heart stock. So that's the backstory of the figure. It was originally meant to be the MailAway. It got pulled, and it got released in Series 8, the one that we know and love today. So the one that Mr. Maxwell has is the same action figure featured in the magazine, supplied to Mr. Lee from Hasbro to be the original Bret Hart MailAway.
We did it, boys. We acquired the MailAway Bret Hart that never came out, that was shown off on the toy catalog and the MailAway fill-out form. This is amazing. He's an absolute stunner. I would like to thank David once again for speaking with us, because I could not get in contact with Lenny Lee, but I'm not done trying. I will try to get into contact with him to talk about this figure, but I would like to thank David and the Hasbro group very much. If you have a Facebook, definitely check them out. So the difference between those were the Bret Hart on the right had the pink elbow pads and the pink wrist tapes. That was the Series 8 Bret Hart that was eventually released. But the Series 4 variant Bret Hart with the purple heart was the MailAway that we got with our beloved red attire Hulk Hogan, and light brown beard MailAway Undertaker. This Bret Hart right here has the black elbow pads, the white wrist tapes, the filled in black stars on the boots, the black stars on the butt and the trunks. There's certificates of authenticity. There's a letter from Lenny Lee, the guy that produced the toy magazine that this figure was featured in. He was given this figure from the Hasbro company to show off in the toy magazine to get action and hype behind the MailAway line. This is amazing. I'm so happy to own this figure. If you like the video, definitely hit the subscribe button, and I will be making more videos soon.